Hi lovebirds! Welcome to this Halloween tutorial. I don't think I've ever done a Halloween tutorial before, but I wanted to transform myself into one of my favorite fantasy characters. So if you feel like doing a vampire for Halloween, then please keep on watching. Alright loves, so first up, I have to explain why I chose a vampire look, because it's probably one of the most done looks in history. But ever since I was young, I'm slightly obsessed with everything that has to do with vampires, and I think I must have watched every movie, read every book out there on vampires. Now, two of my favourites, Interview with a Vampire and still The Twilight Saga, have inspired me today to do this look. So let's get into it. Oh, before I forget, I bleached my brows today, especially for the look, and I popped in some red contact lenses. There will be a wig involved later on, but first up, let's get into all the beauty stuff. First up, we're going to prep the face, because if the prep isn't right, the makeup won't sit right. So I'm going to start off with Clinique Moisture Search to hydrate the face really, really well. After moisturizing, we're going to get into primer, and I'm going to use a primer because we're probably going to go out and we want the makeup to stay on pretty well all night, so you don't sweat off the really pale base. So I'm going to use the YSL Encre de Peau All Hours primer that will suck up any tallow or any oil production during the day or night. First up, I'm going to use a really white concealer to block out any imperfections around the eyes and prep them for our eye look. We're going to do the eye look first because there might be a big possibility for fallout, and we don't want to mess up the base later on. With a red blush, I'm going to make a little bit of a shape in the crease and make sure that the transition is flawless. Once you've got the shape you really want, we're going to go in with the PHYTO-EYE Twist pencil, which is a black chunky kohl pencil, and we're going to apply a layer of black on top of the moving lid so we have a base for the eyeshadow to go on top of. Now that we've got our color base on, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the LANCôME Ombre Hypnose in Violet Divine, and I'm gonna press it into the places where I want the color to show the most. To make the eye look complete, we're going to copy the exact same process on the lower lash line. So to finish off the eye look, we're going to use two different mascaras. I'm going to use YSL The Shock to colour in the base of the mascara and get the volume going, but we're going to finish it off with the Multi Effects mascara by Estee Lauder in red, and with red I mean flaming red. For the bottom row lashes, I'm just going to use the red mascara for a slightly creepier look. Now that we've got the eye look complete, we're going to continue on with a foundation that is about 4 shades lighter than your own skin tone. So I found one with at LANCôME, the Teint Idole Ultra Wear in 005, and we're going to apply that all over the face and on the neck and the ears. Now with a concealer brush, I'm going to use the same foundation and just make sure that the under eyes are covered as well. Because it is a very covering foundation, I don't feel I need any more concealer to finish the look. Just a little extra layer of the foundation. Now that we've got our pasty white face, we're going to powder it off with a little bit of translucent powder by Clarin, and I'm going to use the sponge to press it into the skin so that the base won't move all day or night. Now that the powder is in place, I want to blend the eye look into the skin as well as I can and give it a little bit more of a darker, hollow feel. So you can drag it down if you want to. Because the face is looking like one big white blob at the moment, I'm gonna reshape the face with a little bit of the YSL contouring powder. So I'm gonna grab a little brush and get to work. Because for me, it's not creeptacular enough, I'm gonna use a red liquid lipstick to draw a few veins in the face. I'm gonna use a eyeliner pencil for this. Now remember, if you use an eyeliner pencil and you hold it like this, you have the most power over where the brush is gonna go. If you hold it on the end of the brush, then you can immediately see there's much more movement in the bristles. So I'm going to use it like that to draw the veins because we want some unexpected movements in the vein area thingy. Alright, to finish off the skin look, I'm going to use a little bit of custom strobing drops by LANCôME, and I'm using Champagne Glow. It's the lightest one out of all the highlighters they have. And I want to do this to give the skin a little bit of that translucent vibe that most vampires have. So here we go. To finish off the makeup part of this look, I'm going to use Rouge Pure Couture number 9 by Yves Saint Laurent, and I'm going to use it to get a little bit of colour on the insides of the lips. Now, for most of you at home who actually have hair, this would be the final look, but because I'm bald and I have more possibilities in that category, I'm gonna grab a wig, I'm gonna put it on and stick some fangs in there to finish off this look. Now, believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've ever bought fangs. For someone who is so obsessed, that is kind of weird, but I'm gonna stick them in. See how this works first.